But I mean, essentially, people just want to put on more in an urban area, right? Like everyone is more concerned with how they look to other people.
That is vanity.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is vanity.
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 There's more of a concern for vanity. So in these other areas, it's again when there's more of a focus on family values and things that really matter, how you treat your neighbor, things like that. Then a good time is really what you're just looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then again, like you don't have 3 or 4 different high schools where you got to worry about, you know, your videos circulating through 3 or 4 different high schools and someone ends up videotaping you doing something at one of these parties. Because again, that's the other X factor element that has driven our business down. But when it comes to like going live and, you know, showing clips, people, I'm in a band, right? I can't go see hardly any of y'all. You know what I mean? So the only way that I can not keep up, but even appreciate, is to be able to sometimes see what you guys are.
That's because y'all one of the bands that's working. Y'all putting out good product.
But they want to also support other bands. Their fans also.
They're geeking for it.
And you know what? What I was about to say before. Number one, I don't go live. I stopped going live a long time ago because Facebook be on some fuck shit where they block me every other month, and then I'm blocked for like 2 months, and then they block me from going live. So I stopped doing that. That's why I've been had my YouTube page, but I really started to activate it in the pandemic because people were not really getting out, and I was out, and we was all the way out VA because that's what was really open. So as far as my content, I record as much as I can, but when I get home and start editing, I don't post everything. It may be a long feed, but I literally watch my videos 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I don't capture when the kick drum goes out, or if the amp goes out, or if somebody gets to fighting in the club, and I don't capture that.
The best part
I protect the bands.
Right.
You got some people that be recording and something happen and they be trying to catch all the negative. And that's not me. I literally take my time.
Amy's mindset is of the mindset of me. I am cognizant of what I'm doing. From the time that I started recording, and I'm recording, I'm still doing it for the same right reason, but my camera's all over the place.
Can I give y'all some good? Can I give y'all some good shit?
I just changed my way I do things.
Yeah, give y'all some good shit.
Yes.
You should be getting paid.
Yeah.
Like on some real shit, because you got like, unfortunately, we talk about this. GoGo is like the Twilight Zone. Like everything is backwards. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if you all were to go outside of the DMV and do what you're doing for any other genre of music,
they're gonna pay you.
They pay you.
But you know,
they pay the shit out of you.
The catch-22 is I do get paid. I don't get paid from all the bands, but I do a lot of comedy shows. Like this weekend, I had a comedy show in Baltimore.
So you see the difference.
And they pay me whatever I want, basically whatever my number is. And even the person that I'm working with, he was like, "I'm going to factor in your gas." I didn't even have to ask.
Right.
Because again, it is exposure to.
But that is not in. I'm sorry. That is not.
You damn sure enough should be in
the GO. The perception is that people always act. Do you know how many times people have come to me and said, "Hey, you paid to get in here, did you?" The amount of times that I've said no has never ever been because the band, any band, my band, what band, Northeast Movers, fuck, any band has ever made sure, or it's not even there. That's not even their due. But it's never because I'm on some band's list, or it's always, like we talked about earlier, Steven, it's always the perception. New DJ, what band? New DJ, so I'm coming in, a lot of times it's on the owner. I'm walking in because the club want me in there. Mm-hmm. The motherfucker at the door know, it's the perception. It ain't because my name on some list and the motherfucker making sure I'm straight.
It's more so because the motherfucker know that they gonna make money off of your free work.
There's been times that people have hit me, hey, I did a video for this, that, the third, could you hook me up? Then you get to and they throwing the party. Then you get to the club and the motherfucker at the door is looking at you for some money when you're supposedly good. I don't want to have to pull out my phone and have to hit somebody and say.
Yeah, they probably didn't have that conversation.
You shouldn't have to.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Not what you don't want to do. You shouldn't have to.
That's what I'm saying. So.
Again, I mean, we can get into customer service, how we can throw better parties, who should get paid and who shouldn't. I mean, like this, again, know where you at in that sandwich.
But that's why I keep
the best bologna you can be. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I keep pushing.
When I move, I go where I go. A lot of times, sometimes I go places that I'm always wherever I go, I'm prepared and expected. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. Some people be faking. They're like, well, it don't matter. I'm gonna pay anyway. I'm not that I'm gonna pay anyway, nigga. I do a lot, and I know what I do, and I'm not gonna let you. I'm not the pay anyway guy. If I'm good, I'm good. I'm gonna accept that. A lot of times, I go places, I don't know I'm good. It turns out that I'm loved, and I get there. Oh shit, Nudie J. A lot of times I'm standing there and I'm looking at them, and they looking at me, and I have to figure out. Oh. It's like going to the bar and getting a free drink, and then you realize, let me leave. I'm about to get them in trouble. They just gave me a drink. I don't even let me.
That's a really good analogy. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's a really good analogy. But again, from someone who has benefited from your work, I thank you. Because again, like it's my opinion is until checks come in. Like, we need all the exposure we can get, right? Like, no one is putting out enough virtual material for a person to say, I'd rather see them like that than live.
Right.
If anything, it just warms the palate for a person to say, I want to see them live. You get what I mean? Like, especially for someone like me, again, who's on stage, I think the people, the Nick L's and the Ernest L's and the people that go live at the backyard shows and all of that, because I get a chance. I'm still a fan. you know what I mean? And I'm in a band, so take the person that lives out of town, or take the person that's got 3-4 kids, or the person that's got a baby daddy that don't want them to go out. Right. You see what I'm saying?
I have a few people that are actually homebound that basically like ill,
they
sick,
want to come out, but they can't come out.
And actually,
but the thing is that, and I can say this from being in the band's perspective, for whatever reason, people think that doing that is keeping those people from coming out, which is taking money from them. But the reality of it is that all it's doing is widening your base. And if you were to find a way to get a product to those people, i.e. a CD, then you would then be able to turn that free exposure into profitable gain. And you get what I'm saying?
And you know what? Even by you saying the CD, whoever is selling your CD, that's another thing you gotta keep control over who's selling it. Are they making money? Are they kicking you your percentage?
Is it once they get that master? Is it 5 people in your band selling a CD for 3 different prices?
So again, right? It's there are 1,000 different ways to skin a cat. All of these, just like whenever we throw on a show, and we talk about all of the potential issues. Where could shit go wrong? You see what I'm saying? Where could there be confusion?
That's what we spend the most time for.
Period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where could this shit
y'all
get
be
fucked
debating
up?
that all the time?
No, it's not even a debate. It's about
if you
come to the table with a plan, the other 2 motherfuckers are sitting there with knives and
trying to poke that shit up.
Yeah.
We trying to poke all the holes in it that we can. And your job if you come to the table with a plan, you better not be able to just be do. It may be a couple, but if that's what we're here for, to help you patch that up.
Yeah.